So, is AI coming for your job? I mean, if you're a software developer, that is the question on everyone's mind right now. Today, we're going to dig in and figure out if AI is really the end of coding as we know it. Or maybe, just maybe, it's the start of its biggest evolution yet.
All right, let's just rip the Band-Aid off and start with the quote that's fueling all this anxiety. You've got researchers at a U.S. national lab literally putting a date on it. They're saying there's a high chance machines could be writing most of their own code in less than 2 decades. Now, a prediction like that, yeah, it's going to set off some alarm bells.
Which brings us to the big, unavoidable question. Are we telling people to get into a career that's already on its way out? It feels like it should be a simple yes or no, but you know what? The real answer is way more interesting, and it actually starts by looking back at history.
So, to really get what's going on, we have to kind of shift our thinking here. What if we stop looking at AI as this big, scary replacement, and instead just see it as the next powerful tool in a really long line of tech advancements?
You know, this whole feeling of a technology making us obsolete, it's not new, not at all. The hype always screams total replacement, but history tells a totally different story. Think about it. CAD software didn't get rid of engineers. It let them design things they couldn't even dream of before. Excel didn't wipe out accountants. It turned them into high-level analysts. And compilers, which literally automate writing machine code, they didn't kill programming. They made it so productive that they created way more demand for programmers.
And this right here, this quote from a developer on Reddit just nails it. Their entire job, their whole career, has always been about adapting. Learning a new tool isn't some new threat. It's just Tuesday. It's baked into the DNA of being an engineer.
And just to be super clear, when we say AI in this context, we're not talking about some self-aware machine that's going to take over the world. Right now, what we really mean are AI coding assistants. Think of them as a virtual partner, a tool designed to handle all the boring, repetitive stuff so the human can focus on the hard problems.
So, the real question becomes, what does this partnership actually look like in the real world? Let's break down how AI is already building what you might call the AI-powered developer.
If you look at a modern software development cycle, AI is already weaving its way into every single step. It starts with planning, where it helps teams make better predictions. Then, when you're coding, it's writing all that boilerplate junk for you. Move on to testing, and boom, it's generating test cases to help you find bugs faster. And even at the very end, in the review process, it's summarizing what changed to help catch problems before they ever go live.
So, you see the pattern here, right? For every low-level task that AI takes over, the developer gets to level up their own work. The AI handles the repetitive setup so the human can focus on the tricky business logic. The AI writes the basic tests so the human can think about the overall quality and architecture. It's a classic force multiplier. It's designed to elevate the developer, not get rid of them.
But, okay, let's pump the brakes a little. It's not a perfectly smooth ride into the future. This whole process is creating some real friction, and it's also making it crystal clear which skills are, and always will be, uniquely human.
And we have to be honest about the tough parts. This quote, this is from a developer who actually got laid off, and it's a gut punch. As teams get more efficient thanks to AI, some companies are absolutely going to see that as a chance to run leaner, and that can lead to real people losing their jobs.
But, as always, context is everything. That same developer went on to explain that their company was already having a terrible year. AI wasn't the reason for the layoffs, a bad economy was. The AI tools just made it far less painful for the business to make those cuts. It's a classic case of economic pressure meeting new technology.
And let's not forget, the tech itself is far from perfect. Talk to developers who are using this stuff every day, and they'll tell you the code it spits out can be, well, messy. They use words like clunky, slower, even slop. It almost always needs a human expert to review it, to fix it, and to make sure it's actually ready for the real world. You can't just blindly trust it.
And that brings us to the skills that AI just can't touch. We're talking about genuine critical thinking, big picture systems architecture, making tough ethical calls, the ability to take a vague idea from a business meeting and turn it into a solid technical plan. In a world with AI assistants, these human skills, they're not just nice to have, they are the new premium. They're what you get paid the big bucks for.
So, what does this all mean for the future? What does a developer's job actually look like when AI is a permanent part of the team? Well, the role isn't going away, it's just getting a major promotion.
So meet the AI orchestrator. This is the future. This is the new developer. It's a huge shift from being someone who just types out lines of code all day. Instead, you become a high-level strategist. Your job is to guide multiple AI tools, to weave their outputs together, and to direct this powerful symphony of technology towards solving a huge business problem. You're the conductor.
Now, becoming an AI orchestrator means you're going to need a slightly different skill set. It all starts with prompt engineering. Basically, learning how to ask the AI the right questions to get what you want. You need to be AI literate to understand where these models fail. And most importantly, you need that human judgment for quality control and ethical oversight, because you are the final checkpoint. You're the one who is ultimately responsible.
So when you boil it all down, this isn't really a story about humans being replaced. It's a story about the job being elevated. The challenge for developers is moving from mastering syntax to mastering strategy. The future isn't going to belong to an AI that can write code. It's going to belong to the developer who knows how to guide it. So the question isn't if AI can write your code anymore. The real question is, can